We have a very special gathering here with the 2013 Land Rover Defender 90 diesel with the all-new D390 X-DYNAMIC. That just means that it's the top spec without being the V8. If you have a look, these two cars really represent everything Land Rover is all about. The 90 specifically for me is the one to have because it looks like a big Lego, the squared off look, the near vertical windscreen. And then of course you get the new one, which is more of an urban runaround that just happens to have serious off-road capability. So the main idea behind getting these two cars together is to see that Land Rover went through the effort to go through a process of evolution. When you have a car that's been around for decades and decades and decades like the Defender has, personally my favorite turbo diesel engine, this is a 3-litre straight 6 twin turbo with a whopping 221 kilowatts. And to put that into perspective, a Golf GTI, a very fast hot hatch, has 180 kilowatts. So this machine behind me is an extremely capable performance car, believe it or not, on the road in a straight line. But of course it has low range, it has a rear differential, it has air suspension that you can raise up and down to do exactly what we're doing today with no effort whatsoever. So let's hop into the car. I have one of the friends of the owner of this vehicle to chat to. They would really like to tell me more about the car because Land Rover, like I said earlier, it has a feeling behind it. It's like Alfa Romeo or Porsche or Ferrari. There are people who deeply appreciate what the brand's all about. So let's go for a drive. We find ourselves in one of the most beautiful places in the Western Cape, the Atlantis Dunes, and driving arguably the best luxury off-roader, the Defender 90.
Yeah, and one of the highest spec ones.
And I know that you have a special affiliation with Land Rover, and yeah, tell us more about that.
Yeah, so for me, when I was younger, my dream car was pretty different to a lot of other guys, sort of like, you know, your M2s, Audis. For me, it's always been off-road and a Land Rover Defender. And fortuitously enough, my cousin came down from the UK and I seemed to get him interested in it too. And he actually bought a 2013 Puma model, TD90.
And that's the car we have with us today.
Yeah, that's the car we got with us, following us here on the dunes.
What a sight!
I know, and I mean, I've got he's in there driving it, and that thing handles it handles incredibly well as well. If you watch it, it's a spectacular sight. But what a different driving experience driving this one. You know, you spoke briefly in the introduction just about how Land Rover's done so well to maintain. That's a steep dune there.
Yes, that's the thing with these dunes. It hides the elevation changes so well, but we're in the right car for the job and we're going low and slow, so that's perfectly fine. So yeah, I know you've spent some time in the previous generation. What do you think of this new one?
I mean, it's beautiful. It's incredibly easy. You know, you stick it into sand mode now, you stick it into low range if you're going to be crawling a little bit on the rocks.
Yes.
So much. I think arguably the best off-roading technology out of any of the new vehicles around. And it's a completely different experience. Like I said, there you've got your six shift manual gearbox.
Yes. What a pleasure, but also what a chore.
Yeah, and your low range with the diff lock, you know, and it's pretty basic and simple and rugged. And I remember when we first got that car, I thought, like, this is a bit of an obnoxiously big steering wheel. and then we took it off road and I was like, okay, this is necessary, you know, there's a reason.
Makes sense, yes. So obviously this is more of your runabout in town, but it happens to have all the toys to go off-road. And I know that when you try and do the off-road thing and the luxury and the comfort and the technology, I'm looking at your Apple CarPlay at the moment, when manufacturers try and do that, there's always going to be a compromise. And this vehicle, the compromise for me is that you have 221 kilowatts, which is ridiculous power.
Well, I suppose it may feel...
But you have a big soft suspension.
it may feel a little bit wasted, you know, like you said, you're putting out 40 more kilowatts than you know, your Golf GTI.
Spot on.
I'm not sure what a Golf R is at, but I think it's
that's 235 if I remember.
235, you know, but
which is still not far off, you know.
But we spoke in the week when we got this car, and if you're going to be taking or braking on a corner and putting foot in this, it's not going to end well.
As someone who loves the Land Rover brand, I just want to hear how you feel about the evolution of the Defender.
So initially because those obviously got discontinued in 2015, I think it was. And initially when they said that they had conceptualized a new model, it was kind of like, I don't know, Land Rover stayed true to this for the last 70 years, 75 years, I think. The same sort of, if you look at those first models, the ones that the Queen was driving.
The original off-roader.
Yeah, there's so many similarities to the 2013, 2015 models. But if you look at this car, they've done so well to keep so many elements of that first one and tweak it out to make it a luxury vehicle these days. And I think it was quite a nice way for Land Rover to sort of end that era.
Yes, and start a new one.
Was to just, you know, stay true to where they are, to their origins, which they've always done, but basically cater to the new market.
Yes, for sure.
And yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful car. It's a very different drive, and I think there's so much room for both of them to have that rugged mechanical feel of putting that one into low range, you know, not getting over 10 kilometers an hour, and then to cruise on this one. I mean, the drive out to Atlantis, I got here in, you know, half the time that it would have taken to get there in that.
Good, comfortable ride.
So yeah, I think, you know, people must be aware that there's place for both of these vehicles, and they're both fantastic vehicles.
Yes.
And yeah.
No, thanks for that. And I think on that note, guys, let us know what you think about the all-new Defender, and tell us where your passion lies. Is it with the new one? Is it with the old one? And I hope to see you guys again soon.
Thanks, Damon.
Cheers.